Hello Digital Design 3 students, this is Mr. Burlingame and I'm going to teach you how to create panels, clipping masks, basically a 3D scene from just textures and images. I came up with this idea from something we did last year called Slice of Pie, where we actually made a pie and then we cut a part out of it. We made the pie out of an ocean. I showed you some examples of that, but this time I think we should do the actual slice out of the pie. These are some great examples from an artist who created something for a travel agency. The link is in your folder, and by the way, please remember, in Edmodo, click on your folders and you're going to see a folder called Slice of Pie. When you click on it, you're going to see all these examples right down here, as well as the link to the original, or I shouldn't say the original, the link to the artist's work. Here are two different versions of the water world we created last year, the water pie, and you must download this watertest.zip. This has all your images in it, every single one of them. So download that, extract the file, save them on your desktop, my computer, wherever you're going to save them, and get ready. Let's get it going. Okay. So what we're going to do is, for the practice run, before you create your own, we're going to mimic, oh, I just closed it. We're going to mimic the one that looks just like an ocean. Let's see, which one is it? This one right here, this one right here, this one right here. So go ahead and open that image right there. Let's go ahead and open that image. And now let's go ahead and do a new document, file new, and let's keep it nice and small. Please name it. Name it Slice Pie, and please your name, because if you don't, I will not know which one is which, or they will jack up the system. Anyway, we're going to go with the print, US paper, international, or photo, so it stays at 300. And let's go 5 inches by 5 inches, and click OK. You should have something like that. Alright, here is this image. Let's go ahead and do Command A, select all, Command C to copy, and Command W to close. And let's paste it here. Now it's a little small. We're going to basically use it as a template, so go ahead and make it nice and Fatty McFatso there. Fill the frame with it. Now we're just going to use this as a template, so please name your layers. This is going to be called template. There we go. And let's make our first layer. Now if you look, there are many different parts of this right here. There is a thin crust. There is an ocean floor here. See that? There's a back water panel here. There's another back water panel here, there's a top, and then there's a front water panel. So let's start with this little bitty crust down here, and then we'll move to this front panel, back left, back right, top, and then the inside sand. Okay? We're going to be using the pen tool, so hit P for your pen tool, and please don't start penning on this background. Every time we pen, we're going to put it on a new layer. Name this one Crust, or whatever you want to name it. I'm going to name mine Crusty. And this is going to be this little edge layer right down here. So let's zoom in so we can see, and we're just going to use this template to guide us. Now, with the shape tool selected, the pen tool selected, please make sure it's on shape and not path, and give it a fill color, one of these blues in here. Now we're going to fine tune this later, but not right now, and give it no stroke. Very important, no stroke, okay? I just want you to click one time, and then click one time, and when you click one time you make straight lines. Now I want you to slide over here, click one time, and you'll start to see it fill with that fill color. You're going to click one more time, and then you want to go to the very beginning, the very first one that you anchor point that you added. These are anchor points. These little dots that you're clicking are anchor points, and we're only clicking once, and we're making corner angles, not rounded angles. Now when you move over that first one, you'll see a circle appear. When you do, click it, and that closes the path. What's great about creating shapes in Photoshop is you can double click right here and change the color. See the color changing at any time. Okay, so that's a really cool tool, because we're going to be using that in a different blend mode later. But just keep that in mind. Click OK. Now we're done with Crusty. You see that? We're going to leave Crusty on because we're going to use the front. We need to line the front up with Crusty. Let me zoom back just a little bit. This panel right here, shoop, the one that's forward towards you, it needs to line up along this bottom edge, or we're going to have a gap there. We can adjust that later, but I'd rather get it in the front end. So create a new layer and name this layer Front or Front Water, just so you know what they are. Please name your layers. Now with your pen tool again, let's change the color just a little bit so we see a little differentiation of the colors, being this blue and the blue that we're fixing to paint on here. And all I want you to do is create another rectangle, but start as close to this point as you can. I'm going to click one time. I'm going to use my spacebar and slide up. Again, I'm using my spacebar. It's called flick panning. You guys should know how to do this. We learned this last year. Click. And then I want you to flick pan down right there. Perfect. Now it's starting to fill. Now see how it overlapped just a little bit? I don't know if you see that. You want to go ahead and click and end. Now if you mess up, Command Z or Command Alt Z Z Z will take you back. And now we have created the front panel. You see that? Let's hide the front panel and Krusty because we don't need to see that right now. And let's do this back panel right here. This back panel right here. Again, with the pen tool, let's go ahead and change the color one more time. Let's go with this blue this time. No, let's go with this blue this time. Just so it's a little different. And we don't want to put it on our front water. It's its own layer. So this is back left. That's what I want to be making. Back left. So I'm going to slide over here. Now I don't know. Some of you, I've noticed, have done this. You have clicked, and instead of going here, which you did, you'll go right here and say it's finished. Now that is not that's not the shape. The shape goes all the way back through. You have to be able to see in 3D. You have to be able to think like that. So this is the correct way. Click, click, right there at the intersection. I don't know if you see that line coming down. Click right there, and then at the top, and then at the beginning. Bam! All right, we've done this shape. This is back left. By the way, I accidentally did it twice. Back left, so I really don't need this layer right now. Perfect. I'm going to hide back left. I'm going to make another layer. I'm going to call this back right. Back right. Or please name your layers. Please, please, please. If you could ask me for help and I come over there and you don't have your layers named, I'm not helping you till you finish naming your layers. Now I'm going to leave this the same color. I'm basically making the rectangle here, but oop, that's a little high. Command Z and undo it. That's better. And then back at the beginning. Bam! Booyah! Back right. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. Now, we're missing a couple. Well, we didn't do the top. I remember that. But what about this? This is actually a layer too. See the sand in here? So we need 2 of the same, almost the same. The sand on the bottom is a little different. So let's work the top first. And I'm going to call this top water. There we go. And I'm going to change the color just a little bit again back to this one. And I'm going to click. So I'm going to do that. Click, 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 click. Now so far we've only made corner points. We didn't make any curvy points. We will do that in just a minute. All right, make another new layer and call this ocean floor because that's what it is. Ocean floor. Now I really want to see Krusty with this layer so I know where the base is. And for this fill, I'm going to go with a brown because that's kind of a sandy color. You think? There we go. I'm going to go with a brown. All right, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so I can see a little bit better. I'm going to flick pan. I'm going to click. Now I'm not going to worry about where that one goes. I'm going to make my own. Click. Meaning I'm not going to use the template word for word. I'm going to line up with my Krusty layer. Does that make sense? And then at the there we go. Close the path. Ocean floor. Now notice all my layers are labeled. And you'll also notice that they're not always exactly right. Okay, see, we're hanging here, we're overlapped there, we're hanging here. Okay, so keep that in mind. We will fix that shortly, but not right now. All right? Let's go ahead and add some, you know what, screw it. Let's fix it. Oh, wait, the bell's ringing. You guys are coming in. I'll see you soon.